Some places shouldn't be found. Yet there are those that draw you.
He had followed whispers of missing people and ghost stories, but nothing prepared him for the sight of this place.
The town seemed alive, yet frozen. Every step forward felt like crossing a threshold.
Nothing moved here except the fog, and yet he couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes followed his every step, measuring, waiting.
Every street whispered secrets. Every corner promised answers, yet every step deeper made him question if he even wanted to know the truth.
He stepped into the heart of the town, where everything felt familiar, yet impossibly wrong. Faces, time here had no meaning. The town existed in its own rhythm, indifferent to the world beyond, and to him.
Even in stillness, the town felt alive. Some doors exist to be opened, and others to warn you away.
Inside, the air was thick with the weight of forgotten lives. Every ascent brought him closer to the unknown, a place where the town's grip tightened, and the familiar rules of reality began to unravel. Every door promised a story, yet none revealed the truth. In this,
he stepped closer, drawn to the faint glow, yet instinct whispered that some lights are meant to lure, not welcome.
Every detail spoke of lives interrupted, of moments frozen in time, and yet some things...
Some doors, some spaces were never meant to be opened. Yet curiosity...
In that silence, the darkness felt deliberate, as if it had been waiting for him, recognizing him.
He knew he should pull back.
Something moved in there, not enough to see, but enough to know. The kind of motion that feels like it isn't happening in front of you, but around you. It wasn't the darkness that terrified me. It was the sense that the wood itself had begun to pulse, like something...
I knew I shouldn't touch it, but curiosity has a way of drowning out every warning your body screams at you.
And then... I felt it. Not reaching for me.
It whispered to something deep inside me, a voice I couldn't hear, a presence.
In that mirror, I didn't just see myself.
It wasn't just a reflection anymore. It was a warning, a silent promise. Every instinct screamed to run.
The air was no longer just cold. It felt alive, bending toward him.
Every exit seemed smaller, every shadow closer. The town was...
He realized too late that the town didn't just watch, it anticipated, closing in on him with patience older than memory itself.
Every step away felt like sinking deeper. The room wasn't empty.
The house was alive.
And then I saw it. Myself, yet not me. It wasn't mimicking me anymore, it was leading me.
The glass felt thinner than air, a barrier ready to tear, and whatever was behind it was no reflection of me anymore. It wasn't just watching me, it was deciding something, measuring me. And the
whole room shifted, not physically, but in intention. as if it had finally agreed on what it wanted me to do next.
Something was gathering, pulling its pieces together in the fog, in the dark, in the glass.
They weren't moving, not breathing, just standing there, all of them, staring straight at the place where I was trapped. And then, they lifted their heads. All at once. Don't move!
I see you. I've always seen you. Keep walking.
Every stair felt longer than the last, as though the building itself had decided to stretch the distance between me and safety.
The room wasn't on any map. It shouldn't have existed. Yet here it was.
The chair moved without touch, a quiet insistence that I was not alone. The air itself weighed on me, thick and deliberate, pressing against my skin. The walls weren't just walls. They were alive with silent voices.
The darkness wasn't waiting anymore. The ground beneath me betrayed every step, as if the room itself were alive.
The fog wasn't just mist, it was alive, whispering my name.
The chair didn't just move, it invited me, beckoning silently, a promise. That was all it took. One small step. It wasn't just a chair. It was a threshold.
The moment I touched it, the room acknowledged me.
The chair wasn't just furniture. It held a will of its own, a silent insistence that I belonged.
And then I felt it. A breath that wasn't mine.
The chair moved with intent, deliberate, patient, as if it knew the exact moment I would.
The darkness wasn't waiting anymore, testing this reaching. And then the mirror moved again, not with me, but against me.
The mist wasn't just around me, it was in me, pressing, climbing. The chair didn't wait for me to sit, it came to me, pulling, demanding, as if
The instant I sat, the room exhaled, claiming me.
And then the visions came. Shapes, faces, and moments that weren't mine. Yet
They whispered my fears, my failures, secrets I never spoke aloud. The fog wasn't just around me, it held me, pressed against my chest, wrapping tighter with every heartbeat. The chair whispered, not words I could understand, but a language I somehow felt pulling. The chair moved on its own, a subtle pull, but enough to remind me that I was no longer in control.
And then I saw it behind me, in the reflection, something that shouldn't exist.
The room moved with a mind of its own.
The fog came, insistent and cold, seeping into every corner, as if the room itself were breathing.
And just as I thought I had a moment of control, the chair moved again, pulling me, reminding me that nothing here obeyed my will.
The shadows weren't just around me, they were coming for me. Every inch they gained, the room's grip.
And there it was, in the glass, a presence that wasn't behind me, yet haunted my reflection.
It moved in ways that defied sense. Closer, closer, yet not in the room.
The chair forced me forward, insistent, unrelenting, and I felt the room closing in.
The fog wasn't just around me, it claimed me, wrapping tighter with every heartbeat. And the mirror moved with it, revealing it shouldn't exist. Closer.
The chair pulled me down, subtle but unstoppable.
The shadows didn't just move along the floor.
The fog wasn't just around me anymore. It enveloped me, pressing, pulling, reminding me. The mirror no longer reflected reality. It showed what the room wanted me to see.
The fog closed in like living hands, tightening, pressing. The chair sank deeper, pulling me with it. Every second, the room's grip tightened.
The shadows weren't just on the walls. They moved with purpose, wrapping around me.
The chair leaned fully, insistent and unyielding. I was no longer sitting. It was...
The fog rose, relentless and suffocating.
The chair pulled harder, relentless and unyielding. Every movement I made only seemed to feed the room's hunger, leaving me no ground to stand on.
The shadows surged, relentless, pressing from every corner.
The mirror no longer reflected me. It showed what the room wanted me to see.
The chair tilted further, relentless. I was no longer seated. I was being claimed, and
The mirror shattered and with it.
The fog wrapped tighter, coiling around me like fingers of cold steel.
The chair...
The mirror wasn't just a reflection anymore. It was a portal, reaching for me, pulling me toward a place I didn't want to go.
The chair gave way. The room swallowed me whole. Shadows, fog, and then silence.
The room held its breath. The fog lingered, the shadows waited, and...
The mirror reflected nothing but fog and emptiness. The room had finished its work, and all
The fog receded, leaving only stillness. The chair was empty, but the room was empty, yet it watched. Every corner, every shadow.
The chair sat alone, empty yet weighted with what had happened. The room breathed quietly now, but I could feel it, alive, patient, waiting. One shadow remained, stretching long and quiet.
The chair remained, empty yet heavy with memory. The room had taken its toll, leaving silence. The chair sat alone, yet it seemed alive, holding the weight of what had passed.
The room breathed quietly, a calm that was anything but peace. The chair sat alone, lit only by a pale, unforgiving light. The room held its... The shadows lingered, stubborn and patient.
The room had quieted, but it had not left.
The chair remained, a silent witness to what had passed. The room watched.
The room held its silence, but it was no peace.
The chair sat in the shadows, alone yet heavy with memory. The room waits, patient, unyielding. Its work is done.
The room watches, endlessly patient. The chair sits alone, yet it holds.
The room held its breath, patient and eternal. It had taken what it wanted,